Hello my friends, I'm Max, and on a recent trip to Sao Paulo, I decided to spend a few hours tooling around town, seeing if I could find some nice watches to look at. I made stops at 3 malls, and I'm happy to share what I found because it did surprise me. My first stop was Patio Paulista. This is a nice mid-tier mall right on Avenida Paulista, one of the principal thoroughfares in Sao Paulo. I have to admit that this was a bit of a bust watch-wise. The only store I found was the Graces. Basically, they just had lower-end Swiss brands like Tag, Tissot, and Mito. They did have a nice Seiko display, but really nothing caught my eye. Certainly, nothing to warrant a step inside. My next stop had much richer pickings. Shopping Iguatemi. Dryzone has many brands on display from the Richemont mainstays like JLC and Cartier. They also have Tudor. Of course, they run the Rolex boutique here, and for those of you who are curious, they only have exhibition models. The other major venue here was Fratina, which showcased 2 monobrand boutiques, Panerai and IWC. I couldn't see any customers in either store. And then they had their own storefront for lower profile brands like Zenith and Hublot. At Iguatemi, even H. Stern got in on the act. For those of you who aren't familiar with this name, it's a Brazilian brand known for its precious gemstone jewelry, but evidently they've launched their own line of fashion watches modeled after popular brands like Bulgari, Nomos, and Moser. Prices range from 8,000 reais to 14,000 reais, so that's about 1,400 US to 2,400 US based on today's exchange rates. Very curious. Iguatemi also has a monobrand Montblanc boutique, which features several watches, including this limited edition 1858 Geosphere Chrono with the red dial. They're offering it for 67,000 reais, which is about 11,500 US dollars at today's exchange rates. This is limited to 290 pieces. My final stop was perhaps the swankiest mall in Sao Paulo, Shopping JK Iguatemi. The most memorable boutique here was Monte Cristo, which enjoys a primo location on the first floor. They're another Rolex AD, and again, only exhibition models. They did have several new Tudors for sale, most interestingly, the new Black Bay 58 GMT, which immediately caught my eye. But get this, guys, it was listed for 53,232 reais, which is about $9,100 by today's exchange rates. That's almost double the MSRP of $4,775 here in the US. And then we have H. Stern, who's here again showcasing their many collections of their own fashion watches. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that little travel vlog segment. Shopping in a place that you normally don't think about watch shopping. It's not London, it's not New York, but Sao Paulo really offers a lot of interesting things. And I would say traveling to Brazil over the last 15 years, I've really started to notice the number of luxury shops and boutiques sprouting up. Obviously, in Brazilian context, all in the shopping malls. From my standpoint, a couple of kind of caveats. One is because of security concerns in Brazil, I very rarely travel with a watch that's worth more than $200 or $300. So there was a little self-consciousness around going into some of these stores and trying on watches. Besides, there was never really any brands that truly caught my attention in terms of something that I really didn't want to get on the wrist. The real thing that caught me is in these 3 malls, I didn't see any Omegas for sale. And evidently there's just one Omega boutique in Shopping Cidade Jardim that I've never actually been to. So the next time I go to Sao Paulo, I will try to make a stop there. So that's it, guys. That's it from my standpoint. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you thought this was surprising or not. Let me know if there's some brands that you might want me to focus the next time I go to Brazil. See if I can find out where some of those brands are and what their prices are. But look, if you guys like this content, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. So catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.